Hold on.
Mosquito kill me.
Good evening, all. It's so good to be here
I
again.
don't know why I'm not hearing you, Diana.
It's been a long time. Michelle, you hearing me?
But I was hearing you quite clearly a while ago.
I'm hearing you all. I'm seeing you. I'm seeing Leo's palm. I'm not into no palm reading, so I can't take down in palm.
Palm reading.
Yeah, you put up your palm like we have read palm here tonight.
But I can't clearly hear though, Diana.
Can you all hear me? Can everybody out in Wonderland hear me?
Michelle, are you hearing Diana clearly?
Are you hearing me all?
I'm not hearing you either.
All right, I will get off and come back on. I will join again.
Let's see if it's my
I will join. I will rejoin.
audio. Hold on, let's see if it's my audio.
Why your finger up in our face?
Let's hear it anyway.
Michelle, are you hearing me well?
Yeah, it's not live.
Yes, it's live, but Leo claimed that him can't hear me.
I'm hearing you clear. Clear, clear, clear. Let me go on
Sign
Facebook.
off and come back again.
Okay, I'll sign off.
As
Hold on,
you know, cut way off when you got off.
No.
Oh, it's you. Okay. All right. So it's good to be here. I feel like it's been forever. My apologies for last week, Tuesday, and then before you know it, Saturday. We just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
There was lots of technical difficulties, but we're here. Lots has happened. How's your week, Mish? How has it been so far?
It's hard. Very hard. One of my closest friends passed on.
Oh no, sorry to hear. Deepest condolences, Mish. That is
Cancer sucks. Cancer sucks.
no, sorry to hear. Yeah. Sorry to hear, my child. Such is life.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. No, she was here. It does kind of sad, like when you talk to somebody every day and then you get to every other day and then you realize you can't communicate with them anymore. It's a final. But
well, everybody's saying that I'm here, and Beverly Hayes says yes. VM herself says yes, I'm here. And Beverly Hayes says yes, I'm hearing you very well. I can hear you. I don't know what to do. You have to go buy my hearing aid.
Maybe
you need hearing aid.
overhouse there.
I know for your business. Oh, you're so fast.
Yes, like a Jamaica, yes, what can I back again? What they call that?
You're damn fast.
Where you put all of the plates and cups you can't use.
Yeah, what not?
Till Christmas.
What not? What
in a cabinet till Christmas.
What not?
What
What not? Was it? You see, that's why wrong with Jamaican people. They know it.
Yes, you have to always have your eyes open. So you know what's going on.
BMS said, good night, ladies and Leo. Sorry about your friend, Mish. Patricia says, so sorry for your loss. Condolences to you and the family, she says, Michelle.
Yes, Michelle, I'm so sorry to hear. I'm really, really sorry to hear about the friend. I know that you're close to her, I think.
Yeah, she's so young too.
So you come from New York?
You know what's so funny? I left my work phone for the same reason. I was like, I don't want to hear any bad news. Because I knew, and then yeah. Then when I finally picked up my phone, I got it. But she's in a better place. So
you knew she was ill?
Yeah, we talk every day and it got worse. It just deteriorated really rapidly in 2 weeks. Where you're good and then she just was in pain, a lot of pain. And she just was like, she called me Shelly. She was just like, Shelly, it's not good, it's not good. So, you know, it's just like, you know. But she lived a good life. So young, but she was an attorney. So young, but and she always listening on the show, you know, like when she in the hospital and always comment. But to me, like offline, not on the show, because she's not like that. But it's life, you know, one of those.
Boy, cancer is a real little what's it not. If it was something that you could tell a bad word, we'd have tell it a whole string of Jamaican bad word to make things better.
Diane, are you cursing bad word on the show? What kind of thing that is? What kind of thing is that?
I never said that. I said that sometimes it gets you so emotional that, you know, you want to just tell it things. And the Jamaican way of expressing ourselves is to tell bad word. So, you know, it really is hard. And
it's
hard, especially when it's a young person with so much life ahead of them, so much opportunity and things to do. It's bad enough when it's all your grandmother or an older person who has lived a long life. Even then, you don't want it. You want people to live to a grand old age. You want people to enjoy what they're working for. So it's hard. It's hard, Leo. It's hard.
I know.
Not an easy road. But pray for her family, and we pray for her family.
What is the name?
No, I lost a friend recently. That's why I'm here in Jamaica.
But such it is. Well, Michelle, we're going to get into the news, and I'm going to read my first piece of news, and it comes from The Guardian. So I decided to step out of Jamaica. You know how we like foreign. So all things.
Before we go there, I want to say my condolences. I know that it hurt, but you get there. All right. So I hope you can participate in the
Listen, today my full of court date. Like everybody's surprised how me a function. I just part of life, you know. Like in moments you get sad, but then you realize it's better for her.
Okay.
You know?
Thank you for that. Let me feel better. Diana, read The Guardian, please.
Oh, so I'm going to read The Guardian news now. You know, so I'm going to foreign.
It better be good news, you know, because me not sit down and listen to no boring news.
I'm going to read it like Dennis Hall.
Yes, please. Oh, yeah. First, yes, first.
Welcome to JBC TV News.
Yes.
Boris Johnson fails to oust Lady Scotland from Commonwealth role. Boris Johnson's attempt to unseat a Labour peer from the role of the Commonwealth Secretary General has failed in another blow to his credibility. Number 10 has been working behind the scenes for nearly 2 years to remove Patricia Scotland, claiming that she had failed to modernize the institution after nearly 6 years in the job. A meeting deciding whether to replace Scotland with Jamaica's foreign minister, who was supported by the UK government, ran over by several hours as leaders struggled to reach a verdict. But after several hours, it was confirmed that Johnson Smith had lost, and Scotland was reappointed for 2 more years. The next election will be in 2024. Speaking afterwards, Scotland said, "It is deeply humbling to have been reappointed as Secretary General of this Commonwealth. To continue to serve our family of nations is a true honor and a privilege, and I will do so to the best of my ability. We will face the world's challenge with unity and purpose." You know, but I read no more. Oh, my son.
Yeah, you sound too bad, you know. I heard the little, you know, the little soft, fuzzy thing in your voice, you know, that he has. I mean, I think you cough good, but you know, it's all right. We'll take that one.
Never cough enough as Dennis Hall.
But I don't think that Michelle understands where you're at.
Oh, Michelle, you never used to watch the news with Dennis Hall. He always cough.
I don't think I remember that one. I don't think but it is interesting to see what happened with this election, which, you know, like, I think people are saying that the Baroness won, and it was by a small margin she won. But people have to understand that prior she only won by 1. And this time she won by 3. So she had made grounds. And the thing is that we're looking at Jamaica instead of there are other countries who had their own interests and why they voted how they wanted to vote. And they could have told like before who was going to support her. And I think that us putting it as a Jamaica thing should not be a Jamaica thing because other countries are involved. And it's what the other countries wanted. Because we as Jamaican who cannot vote on that issue, the only thing we could say is congrats or we support you. But our voice at the end of it means nothing.
But anything else? But does it mean anything else to us though? I mean, aside from the fact that a Jamaican would be in the position, does the people of Jamaica benefit from having anybody particular there?
Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's what people genuinely wanted to know because a lot of people don't know what this position is other than they had this thing going. People don't know what the benefit was going to be for Jamaica. People don't even know the role, like what does it do? And so people had that genuine question to be told that we're not Jamaican, you know, because we had questions. Because I still don't know, I'll have to look it up, but I still don't know the importance.
What do you mean by we're not Jamaican? What does that mean?
Huh?
What do you
No,
mean
people
by
are saying we're not patriotic. Like if we're asking questions as to what it is, what role, like how is it benefiting?
No, man, that is foolishness. I mean, I've never heard that. We have a right of.
You have not heard that the whole time?
I never heard that one. I never heard
Really?
that one at all. No, because nobody can tell me how to think and how to feel and what to ask. It's freedom of speech. So
Yeah.
you know. But Diana, me hear what you say now.
Huh?
Me hear what you say.
Oh, me, I found it interesting that The Guardian, writing from a British perspective, started out by saying that Boris Johnson had lost. And for me, it was disheartening because then it is suggesting that Jamaica was carrying the bidding of Boris Johnson.
I hope not.
But, you know, just reading how The Guardian starts the article, Boris Johnson lost. Boris Johnson never run. But you know.
But he put out a big statement about who he must support. And maybe it was the wrong thing.
But then they go through the whole research. They have done their research. Good journalism in saying that he has been seeking to undermine for this. And then when I read it against that background, I pause to say to myself, so have we allowed ourselves as a fellow nation within CARICOM, within the region here, to be the pawn for
that's what this newspaper is saying. That's what this newspaper is saying.
Yes, because it's really the newspaper is suggesting it's totally, and I have to stop to think. But no, we are a united people down here. You know, it's
united. CARICOM.
Where I don't.
The region. Oh,
those have never been united. The CARICOM has never been united.
Well, it is unfortunate that it is almost going back to, for those of us who did history and studied slavery and how the plantocracy operated and how they manipulated and coerced members of our own race and our own grouping to undermine the other one so it wouldn't advance for their benefit. It really reeks with a return to plantocracy. Have we, by virtue of acceding, if the Guardian is in fact correct, have we acceded to the request of the plantation owner against our own?
Yeah, which is sad because the facts is clear. You know, CARICOM is not united. You could have known who is gonna vote along where. You know what I mean? Like you could tell where Africa was going to eventually vote. So
there were some dynamics that we didn't get. However, when you said that CARICOM, we were never united, I don't know that was a fact, just because based on my reading, this particular post was generally a united front, because they have each country that's going to take the helm the next time around and the next time around and the next time around. Right? Jamaica was not in close by, and not in the next 2 years, two terms. And so if our minister had won, right, Africa would have been knocked out of their space the next time, and so forth and so on, which means that the plan that was there before would have just fallen out of whack. And so I am uncertain of why we jumped into the race when we already knew what was already set in place for what's going to happen. And that's the united front that I'm talking about, because we, as a CARICOM nation, a CARICOM region, would have been on the same page going up for the coast, to make the country get an opportunity to be there. So I'm not so certain why is it that we jumped out of sync and caused that kind of friction. It was friction.
We'll never know. We'll never know.
Well, like but I said, it just reeks with us. Like we're on a plantation.
It's sad and unfortunate.
And not supporting each other and not trying to advance, because we know that if we enter this race, one, we're going to throw out somebody who is in the post, and by virtue of the policy or the agreement and the protocols that exist, should continue in the post for a little longer, and then somebody else going to pick up the baton. We are upsetting that apple cart totally and delaying the other person from getting the baton. So, it's...
I think that is why, sorry to cut off, like Africa might have voted those nations how they did. They would have lost.
Yeah,
they would have lost also. They can't blame. It has nothing to do with Jamaica and Jamaica support. So people need to stop that foolishness. There's nothing to do with Jamaica.
Let me ask another question that bothers me though. Since Boris wanted this, Boris pay for the money that we use?
We don't know. They're gonna let us know who paid.
Boris can tell us?
Hold on.
No, Jamaica.
Okay.
Nesta. Robert Nesta.
Tell me again, what was the question, Diana? What was your question about the money?
We said the money that we use to run the election, to travel up and down in the foreign affairs, and to go to foreign and all these trips. Some of them are my bucket list trip, I must tell you. But to go on all these trips, Boris pay for it?
No, but
we'll know.
All over the news that the Jamaican government paid for that.
But we don't have no money.
No, they came back and they said it was private.
Not at all.
Private Jamaican money. Private Jamaican money.
Nesta Morgan, the Minister of Information, said it was private.
Well,
what was private? The business of the money spending is private. The funding.
Because I'm sure that if there were private funders.
So hold on. So Leo, I have another question. So the minister of any prevailing minister in our government can take private funding in excess of $100 million?
That's what they say. They say they're going to give us an accounting of it. But for now, to calm everybody, not Jamaica money, private investors, and they'll give us an account.
I don't think it's going to calm anybody right now, because I see where
it is. Let me tell you, I like that. Or Michelle said, it's to calm everybody.
But hold on. Which part of our government system is it okay for businesses to pay for this type of thing? Because first of all, it is actually a personal trip, isn't it? It's a personal choice that she wants to run for, or minister wants to run for this, right? Because we're not going to get the money that she's going to work for. It's going to be in her own pocket, right? And then we had a delegation of about 26 persons who left the country to go to support the minister when we, including the prime minister. And then that came out of, was that paid for by other businesses also?
I don't know, somebody asked me no question.
Oh, but
me ask.
Leo, they said they tabled it. they tabled it and they're going to provide a detailed accounting of how this money was spent, where
But
it
we're not interested in how the money was spent. Me want to interested in the source.
Right?
We want the source. We're not interested in about, we know where them go. We know where to go, and we know she buy African outfit, and we know she wear African outfit, and we know all of that. But we want to know where she getting money from.
I think Michelle is laughing behind those comments that he's making.
No, Michelle serious.
What you saying?
But Michelle serious. She said, "I'm going to tell us." But we want to know, because when I stop to think of it, if in fact the numbers, and I don't know what numbers you guys have been hearing, but I'm hearing in excess of $100 million. And I'm thinking that we couldn't have spent, in all good sense, $100 million on a campaign for something that not benefiting our country, if in fact it's Jamaican money, and we could use it to offset the cost and the expenses and the salaries to the public sector, salaries to police, salaries to teachers. Teachers are dropping down left, right, and center. Them need some incentive. Them could have used a little trip. You know how that money could take somebody for a weekend at a spa, couple teacher, get spa treatment, just a little break. 100 million a whole money in a little.
But that's just for the PR company. The 100 million is just for the PR company.
Oh, so the separate money, or they fly on
the PR company teacher, prepare her for the various visits and stuff. That's
one of them other clause to get back the money if them don't win.
That includes the hotel and the transportation and the food and everything else.
I don't know about the PR company there. I wonder if it helped with the election.
So the PR company was to do what? To tell
help
us
with marketing.
To prepare her and for marketing, yes.
So like,
and
you know them prepare her still for that?
Well, I think because it was such a short notice, so they had to pay more money to get it done. It's not like they had a long period of time for her to run for this position. I remember that 2 months or less, she advertised
when
and
she went down to the meeting and she agreed that she's supporting the man, and then by the time she reached here, she changed her mind. That's how it was.
Okay.
Yeah, I laugh, but it's just a part of the game, and people don't forget. People don't forget. You have to always be honorable in everything.
Back in 1958, the Federation, same thing we're doing now. We turned back on the Federation and shut down the Federation.
Well, 1 from 10 leaves 0.
We're like crab in a barrel.
1 from 10 leaves 0. But it's unfortunate. I wish way that we spin it. It's unfortunate. I think that the time let
me read it. Okay. Peter Gay said, condolences, Michelle. Thank you. Paula said, sorry, Leo. Peter Gay said, good evening, everyone. Garvin said, blessed Tuesday. Jesse said, good evening, ladies and Leo. Garvin said, what happened to Michelle? Paula said, it's like an ambassador, but a little higher level, the position. Paula said, we are not united. Hello. Dana said to Garvin, a close friend passed, she had cancer. Garvin said, oh, my deepest condolences, Michelle. I hope all is well. It is. Keisha said, condolences, Michelle, and to the young lady's family. VM said, don't hold your breath.
But that accountability.
No, we're going to get the accounting. You know what I don't like? They're going to provide the accounting and people going to just be like, whatever. But people need to be involved,
Why is it that we don't hold our leadership accountable to anything? Why is it? Because we really don't care.
He said, what did the Prime Minister say when he came back? Yeah,
in common party.
Yes,
he said that our Prime Minister ran a great campaign, and the people of Jamaica is 100% supportive.
But we never have no benefit to get.
She did run a great campaign, to be fair.
Some great places.
But she did her best. She
did cover quite a number of countries in a short time. That's what.
Oh my God.
That was a whirlwind tour, man. No, that's foreign affairs.
Maybe she can run for parliament in her constituency.
Huh?
I don't think you want to do that.
I mean, she's a senator, right? So maybe this is a good way to get introduced into the next election. She run for MP.
Yeah, but not only that, But in the international market, she's known now. Like her name, every advertisement, a good advertisement.
I don't know I don't know if I want my name. I would have to consider carefully. How is my name known now? Am I known as Boris Johnson according to the Guardian?
Michelle never said nothing.
I'm never make it great. Or am I known as having spent this whole heap of money and then never make it? Or am I just known as, oh, that person from Jamaica who ran against the Baroness? The Baroness is a long-standing woman,
Yes, she's gone through the ranks of politics in England.
A politician, you man not know little pion.
The thing is that they ran a negative campaign against her. Did you hear about it?
Yes, they
and
did.
All these things they did, and they were all disproved. And her thing was that she's not gonna argue with people. She's not gonna, do any of that. Yes. And she didn't. And look at how it ended for her.
But one thing I know, I never knew anything about Baroness. In fact, when I heard the name first, I said, what the hell is that? You know what? But she has gotten very, very, very popular over the past few months. Her name is out there international market right now. Maybe she was big in UK, but until I say everybody in the world know about her humility and her strength. And she's gonna go someplace right now.
Yeah, she is. Sharon said, is it not typical to resign your current position if you're running for another? Well, she have our backup plan in place. Why not? Pearl said, we don't hold our leaders accountable because they flip-flop too much, are not trustworthy, and chat too much without action. Sylvana said, Leo and ladies, how much did it cost the Jamaican taxpayer for the campaign? We don't know, that's how we're hoping to hear.
Okay, well,
you don't know the full amount. You only know one bill. We don't know the full amount.
We only know one bill. I want to know whether the bill is a Jamaican tax bill or taxpayers' money or it's business, So we're still waiting, and I'm sure
we're waiting.
That we'll hear something soon.
We're gonna hear it.
Baroness, I come and draw we out and try to get we not.
But listen. There's a PR bill of $99,000.
$99,000.
US dollar.
$99,000 US dollars all per money,
Yes.
And how much police constable at $80,000 per month could I get paid?
There's a lot of travel back and forth from country back to Jamaica, So say that not cheap.
So that's the airfare.
Yes, but she went back and forth a few times.
You should travel economy or first class, because we could try work out the price.
She's a minister, she has to travel first class.
And she carry company with her, or she won't go?
Let me say that. As a minister, you don't go we call it.
Yes.
Sweat. Bleed. You don't go on nosebleed?
Yes.
I would.
They must travel back there.
No, man.
Save the country money, especially the country money you're spending.
No.
Then you tell me now, say when me always a fly economy, and when me turn minister, I must just jump up Ghana front through my spend. But it's not my money, it's government, it's the people their money. I can't do that.
That's airfare. And when you go to hotel, you stay at 5+ star hotel. Yeah, 5+ star. And then you get 5+ star food and 5+ star limousine service that takes you from place to place.
Leo, when I think about that, it's like you're telling me, say, dishcloth, turn tablecloth, Dish turn tablecloth.
Oh, no, just me never say nothing like that. I'm just giving two banners.
Me just accustomed as an ordinary person, me fly economy, and if me get a little upgrade, me go on a little upgrade, or if them running a special, me go first class because them are run a special, or if me I go far, then say you really no one buckle up in
there's always spirit and what the new one name? Frontline.
One named Breeze. They hear about Breeze?
Breeze?
Yeah, then start flying come Jacksonville, a smaller one.
Okay, and so there's always those where we can just pay $59 or $99 one way and we're good.
But Leo, I don't like them to play it because they can't carry your thoughts on them. If you carry your thoughts,
so therefore, do you think that our minister would be flying?
Right, but I don't fly it, and I'm going to use me as the judge. So if I'm flying far, I'm going to step up a little bit. But I'm flying to New York or flying to Florida, I'm going to fly economy.
Well, she
as
was
an
flying to
ordinary
Africa.
citizen.
She was flying to Africa.
So hold on. So when I turn minister, when I turn politician, what gives me that money to now be flying first class?
Yeah, man, because
But it's allotted in your budget.
People are nosebleed.
In your budget.
Yeah,
In your budget.
Also,
Yes,
not so.
you spend
I
taxpayers'
can't
money.
save the money just because it's in my budget. I have to spend it.
Yeah, because
No, you are different, but not everybody's like you. Because I would maybe be like you. I would travel regular, but and just show up.
Because what will happen at the end of the year, if you don't spend your budget, whatever is left over, them move it somewhere.
But you can find other ways to spend the money. You can spend the money to contribute to the people them in your country who need it.
When you can travel first class instead of nosebleed, you're mad.
Look here, but
But you're assuming they're frightened. But and everybody frightened enough in first class.
Oh my God.
Right. But Paula said, of course you wouldn't. Security is a big part of how they travel.
security
Savannah said,
today, look here, security. No, Paula, maybe I need to take on that. Security. How come all of a sudden there's a security issue? There is a security issue generally across the island. Now, as soon as I turn MP, there is a security issue for me, and I have to travel with 40,000 people over in anybody want to get me, going to get me same way in the one little plane.
but unlike your security have access to much.
Yeah, man.
Buy the 2 other seats in our economy. Put the security guard them beside you.
Savannah said, a really significant damage control strategy is required to address a strained relationship. That is true.
With the CARICOM, and I saw someone write an article recently, because now that we've lost that race, there are 2 things that's happening. One, the relationship was strained, and they must say, me tell you, you shouldn't do it in the first place. Why is it that? So there's a huge strain in this CARICOM relationship. There was a strain before, it's bigger now, really bigger, and can cause international damage. And the other thing is, because I remember reading something.
Oh my God, that would not drink water? I lie. Sorry for telling you.
What is that piece? What would you hear him go and try?
I mean, I try real hard, I say, and I feeling like I get a headache, and I say, but I don't drink no water from morning, and I've been trying to do the 1 bottle of water. Thank you for noticing, Michelle. I'm drinking my water, pure water, not knowing it's source of water. No syrup.
You know,
I see what you're saying, Michelle. I think we had an impression. We made an impression.
You never realize I may drink water, but nobody knows.
Put syrup in the water.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Small step, but delete the bigger steps.
Water. Exactly.
Yeah, continue, Leo. Sorry to cut you off.
I was saying that after the announcement was made that our minister was running for that office, and the CARICOM members, rebelled and said that they're not supporting, pretty much, right? I remember the Prime Minister came out and said, don't quote me the words. I can't. I'm just trying to rephrase what he said. Something to the effect that, really matter about our partners, our CARICOM partners. The point is, we are going to run for the office. We are going to be representing Jamaica here. And so I thought it was kind of not cool to hear him say that, because that's where we broke down. That's where the whole thing broke down, because our leader has endorsed that kind of move.
Yeah, but somebody had to have told him, he's always getting information that he was sure about that positive win and that he would not need CARICOM to vote. Because as you say, they had a few other major countries like England, was it Australia? I don't want to quote the wrong countries that were in support. Yeah, but they forgot to take into account Africa. Because the guy from Rwanda came to Jamaica and all that. So I guess they assumed that relationship, but they didn't consider that part. So, like when you have people before, just say, then people that, if they're voting are really.
Yeah, because for a minute there, the way things were set in Jamaica, I thought she had it done. In fact, I remember listening to one of our pre-conference thing. And I remember that many of the persons who went up to speak spoke on the matter as though she had already demitted office, right? And you know, now things are going to be different pretty much because she's no longer here, you know, and so that was kind of confusing because I wasn't so sure whether or not she got it or so the winning would have been so far gone that there was no issue.
Yeah, they were very confident, especially the Minister of Information was very confident that they would have won. And I guess it's good to always go in rather confident. But I always say, wait until you never know. You never know.
The fat lady sing.
Yeah, never know. So I guess that was a problem because they didn't take in consideration, you know, other countries. Because they thought they had it in the country.
YouTube, by the way.
Only one person, Sharon, nobody else.
Can you say hi to Sharon? Say hi to Sharon.
I did, and I read her comment. I said hi, and I read her comment. Okay. Paula said Jamaica is a stepchild in CARICOM, partly our fault. Yeah, I don't know how that relationship will be repaired, but I don't think like how they're making it out. It has nothing to do with Jamaica. It doesn't matter if Jamaica supported her, yes or no. It's good to be a cheerleader, but it had no impact on her winning. So people need to stop with that. And also, now I read an article where the Minister of Information said that the PNP was actively campaigning for her not to win in the diaspora. I don't understand because
but they don't have no vote. It's not an individual.
You read that? Are you sure you read that?
Yes, and he said on Twitter, and then he said it's true. Like somebody said it, and he said it's true though. But I would want if I was
true, though, because you know I follow a lot of people on Twitter, and one of the things I was very happy to see was Damian Crawford, who came out and said, "I support the minister." That was way off. That was kind of different and very welcoming. So I can't say that is true at all.
Well, I would want to look at it.
Like we can't vote.
Exactly. We have no vote. We have no vote. What am I going to walk and just
meaningless gibberish for people attacking opposition again with meaningless gibberish. I want to think about it logically. We cannot vote. So even if they came here actively campaigning,
yeah, but they would say, but it's almost they have a way of saying these things in a kind of trivial way to get to a certain level of the society who just lap onto it and say, oh, she lose because the PNP them did a walk.
And that's what they're literally saying.
And that's exactly what you want. You want to spread that kind of a propaganda,
false narrative,
false narrative.
Nobody in Jamaica could swing that vote. Could swing it.
Yes, but all right. So look at another false narrative that the government has purported. When they proposed the new money design, and they put Michael Manley and Edward Seaga same bill. They said that they wanted to indicate unity, and they were the Minister Clark himself came out and said, oh, you know, it's a show of unity to put them both so people will stop this division. But then when you look at the other bills, there are some other bills that have Sangster and Shearer. Where is the unity on that? Was there a division that we didn't know? Are they belonging to opposing parties? So unless people pause for a moment, you just move off with the first piece of rhetoric that they give to you. You understand?
The people don't think, and that's what they need to start doing.
Exactly. So they play on the fact that we are not, we're not a reading nation. We're not a thinking nation. We are informed, but not educated. Them and that's in Barbados, you know. I bet them couldn't try that. You think
and it's insulting.
Something like that and still hold our job next day?
Yeah, and it's insulting too to think how little they think of the people. Because they know people not going to research or look into anything. Because if you think for a minute, you say to yourself, it don't make no sense, right? But let me read Sharon's comment. She's the only one commenting on YouTube. That was a stupid statement by the minister about the diaspora. I saw people where I live in Orlando wishing her well. Yeah, people were wishing her well. They wanted her to win. People don't know what the position is, but they're like, oh, well, it's good for Jamaica. Let her win.
Jamaica.
But we don't know what good it was. But we were like, because I was saying, let her win. I don't care. It's not like it impact me.
I was talking to somebody yesterday, and the person said, you know, I supported her when it just came out. But when I found that there is a lot of misinformation about her candidacy, and that he felt that they played a game with the CARICOM, and then started a negative campaign against this woman. He said, "I feel my support," because that's not what he intended. What he wanted to know for sure that hey, this is a Jamaican getting the thing, and he never think about the CARICOM, but once all of these things started coming out now, he says, no, I don't support her anymore.
Yeah, like the thing with people, people always think you're supposed to support them blindly, either because you have the same race or you have from the same country. Regardless of what you do or say, I'm supposed to support you 100%. But that is not true. You have to be logical and reasonable in how you support people. You don't have to support because, a Jamaican, so I support. No. Or become a black. Yeah, no.
In some situations, I would say yes to that.
No, you have to think.
Like
you have
for
to think
example,
to it.
Let me tell you how I would. I would do it if I know that there's a Jamaican who does well, right? And as fair, and there's an American running against somebody for Congress or for Senate in the United States. I'd go for the Jamaica all day long.
Yes, but that is a clear.
I always look, that is not right. Not to cut you off, there was a guy in California. I'm sure you wouldn't vote for him just because he's a Jamaican. I'm not sure if you know the guy in California that was Republican. That was just going hard. He never won anything. I don't think he got 100 votes. But he was advertising, I'm Jamaican, vote for me. He was a Jamaican Republican in California. I'm sure you would not voted for him.
I don't know. I don't know who he's going up against. But
you would not have voted for him.
So if he's a Jamaican and he's a Republican, I mean, listen to him a couple of times and him talk, all right, he might get my vote.
That's what I'm saying. If you do want informative vote, like you vote for that, not just because you're Jamaican, you vote. Look at what he stands for.
I'll give him that extra 5% right off the bat.
Well, I would vote for him, Michelle. I would vote for him if he's running against another Republican.
Yeah.
But only on that premise.
Yeah, that's fine. But you have to look, like, to me, I research people. Like whoever I want to vote for, I research them. I do my independent research, and then I see if it's aligned with what I believe in, then I vote. I'm not going to vote just because.
Even in America, if you're a woman, a minority woman, you get a 5% right off the bat. Will give you an edge over we call it a white citizen. Trust me. So I don't have a problem.
But one more people. My point is, people should vote not because you're aligned to a party, but because you look at the policy and how it's going to impact you. You research people, not just take information and just run with it. Research and do an educated vote. And I think we'll be better as a country if we do that.
I must tell you
that
whatever somebody says as a politician running for an office has nothing to do with what he does when he's in office. I don't care what you say. When you go into office, especially in America, it's all about what you can do for me today and what I can do for you tomorrow.
I've had friends in politics and they have stuck and they have stuck to their goals. I've seen politicians that they are who they say they are and they do what they say do. Not all are corrupt, not all are in there for it.
I never said anything about corruption. I am saying about what they say before they go on the ballot and what they say while they're in office.
But on the matter of race, I want to talk about race.
Race.
I want to talk about race.
Sherika Jackson?
Huh?
You talk track and field?
Yes, that's the race we want to talk about. So I didn't realize that the World Championships are going to be in Oregon, USA.
Yeah.
I want to go.
Let's go. We can't go to aviation.
I want to go. It is the 15th of July. I want to go. So I now turn to it and say, it says, hello world, meet Oregon. The World Athletics Championships are coming to the United States for the first time ever. World Championship is 2020 Oregon. Can you believe?
You can go, and all we have to do is arrange for you to get some money from the Jamaican government. You live in Jamaica, right?
Huh?
You live in Jamaica, so we can.
No, we are above the fray, Leo. We'll buy our own ticket We pay for our own
Look here,
hotel.
Michelle, speak for
and we
yourself
go.
right now from a wong. From a wong. We will give an account of the money out is about that.
Oh, somebody have a question. Let me read some comments. Sharon said, I'm with you, Michelle. Thank you, Sharon, on YouTube. Garvin said, okay, hold on. Paula said, Jamaica is a step. I think I read that. Paula said, countries may have said yes and then voted otherwise.
Of course
That
they
is
did.
true.
Well, that's the like some
Said-
people them out here too.
People say, come, we can make a big deal out of this. And then it's like somebody
No.
pay a lot of money to go vote. And when you go in that box, you just vote the
Yeah,
other way.
boy. People said that back in the day. Garvin said Jamaica needs Jesus. Derek said
All of
this
us
was a
need Jesus.
personal goal funded by taxpayer money. We don't know if it was fully funded. We're gonna hear about it in the future. Okay, we don't know. Don't want to say that. Garvin said Jesus would give the mindset.
Hold on. Michelle, I think you better stop that.
Then,
Because the
I'm
minister,
going by what the
the
Minister of
listen.
Information said.
No. But prior to the Minister of Information who come back and say that, the minister herself said that it is paid by the government of Jamaica and she will, and
Was misinformed, as they always say. Don't they always come back and say they were misinformed?
we'll give the money to Diana. I need it.
Garvin said Jesus would give the mindset that would solve the issues Jamaica faces. Thank you, Garvin. We needed that. Anisia said, hi, beautiful ladies and Leo. Quick question, Leo. What happened to the female lawyer who came on the show a couple weeks ago and was running for judge or some other position?
Oh, she's still running. It's for August.
Oh, it's August.
Her name is
Still have time to go out and show your support. Vote early for early. Her name is Early. Vote early for early.
Yeah, man. She's still there. Yeah, man, and doing a good job too. Everyone going to Southern Florida are picture and thing up. So she's doing very good.
What part of Florida is she running in? So we can remind people.
Broward.
So everybody in Broward County.
Okay. And she have a Jamaican. Listen, she is Jamaican. Okay, she a Jamaican. So no matter.
Well, yeah, it's her campaign manager. So you know.
Don't worry about Michelle. Okay.
No, listen to me. May I tell people to do the right thing, educating yourself and vote.
All right, all people agree with Michelle on this one. Educate yourself, inform yourself, and if it aligns with the values and your expectations and what you want your politician to do for you, then certainly go. If you are undecided about it, then just vote Jamaican.
Yeah, and if they don't do what they say they're gonna do, as Leo said, when they get in the office, vote them out and vote in somebody else will try again. Okay?
Absolutely.
Vote early for early. I can't forget
Vote
that.
early for early.
So that was that. So I want to go back to the fact that the races are in Oregon. Are we going? It's July 15th.
I would love to go if
I want to go.
You know, we could go as media. We could go as media.
Yes, because go as media and cover the race, cover the races. I wonder how we sign up to go as media.
I guess you have to look online. I say, listen, we are just a little radio show. Give us an opportunity.
Yes,
we can do it. We can look into it.
Look into what? Me not listen to it.
Us being media for the races.
You know, I have a friend who's going.
I want to go to the races. People are making an appeal. I want to go to Oregon. I had no idea it was right in my back door.
Charles is going to be my ears on the ground.
That is just not right.
We're not hearing you, Michelle. So if you talk, you just slip your move.
Michelle muted.
No, she don't
hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
No, saying, has it ever been held in Jamaica? Do we have the facility?
No, it's always in Europe and some far-flung place.
But I think Jamaica can host it or no?
No, we can't host
that. We're gonna have the capacity.
By the time 2 athletes reach and we start scam them, they shut it down.
The whole place shut down.
The amount of ticket we sell out a road more than a seat.
Oh, Sharon said
the
stadium tickets are super expensive, like $500. Listen, it's not a problem for Dr. Diana. 500 is high.
For us to host it, right?
But I have to find somewhere to stay. I have to find accommodation. I have to find first class. Oh, that is expensive.
But I started to say you wanted to go in a nosebleed. We're talking about first class. Wait, we're not giving you first class. Nosebleed.
But isn't a problem for these people. They just pay, not me. It's a problem for me.
Oh.
Garvan said y'all have a show dealing with so Christianity topic. Oh, the Garvan man. Jonas said, hi guys, Michelle, Dr. Diana, Leo. Garvan, what is your profession? Yeah, what is your profession?
You know, I don't understand, right? This is not a problem. I have a big problem.
Okay.
Because every time people come on the show and talk, and they greet us, them say, beautiful ladies and Leo. What the hell is this? Who am I? Why is it that can be?
You have a shadow. You have a shadow. You have a shadow. You have on your hat. They can't see your face. Maybe take off the hat. Get rid of the shadow.
No. I want to change this right now.
All right. So next time they come, they say, good evening, Quebec, and beautiful ladies.
Okay, Garvan said you misread my comment. Y'all should have a show. Oh, we should have a show dealing with soul Christianity topic.
All right, friend Garvan, make us deal with some Christianity topic. Let me reach your Bible. See one right here. What do you want to
Tony
say?
said logistics are important, not just being seated at the venue. That is true. We got to bring Garvan to come.
All right, so Garvan, we want to talk about what? Let's talk about stuff.
And fire on Jamaica. Garvan, what have you done within your community to help Jamaica? Let's start from there. As a Christian, what are you doing to help your fellow Jamaicans? Let's start from there. That's been a good question.
Yes, I agree with you, Michelle, that being Christian is more that is what we do, is doing the right thing, is helping your brothers and sisters, is being mindful of the well-being of the other person and going the extra mile for them. That is what it is, being Christian. So yes, we can talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk. But start off with you. What have you done?
I want to start about generosity of spirit, and then I want to go to Oregon. So you want to talk about Christian? You want to talk about Christianity? About generosity right here now.
Hey, many people in show partner for you. You go to
Hey, VM said, Leo, you're gonna love this. VM said, hi, handsome Leo. And
I love VM. VM is the
That's funny. VM always gonna save the day. YouTube people, I'm here reading the comments, only Sharon commenting, but I'm here. Lorna said, hi guys, big congratulations to Leo. How are you win, Leo? Lorna, how are Leo win?
You know, everybody, I don't mind getting anything from anybody. I'll take it, whatever it is. Okay?
She said, congratulations, what did you win?
I don't know what we win. It must be what VM just said. Send me good looking.
Okay. Garvan said, first thing, and make awareness of the importance of having a relationship with the Lord. Okay, Garvan, yeah, Mr. Point. I said, tell us first what you have done for your community and to help uplift Jamaica, the Christian. Then we can move forward with other things. Jesse said, big up everybody now. Big up Leo. Tony said, King Leo.
Yes.
I still want to know the Oregon.
No, but I watched the nationals the other night, and I was, you know, I've been beating down on what's her name, Sharika Jackson, right? Because for 2 years I watched her, and she was running the 200 and the 100 like say, you know, like she got market, right? She not go no faster. She run the 200, she got up to the same speed where she start and the same speed she end. And people just come and pass her. Somebody say, hold on there. It's either you go and speed up or you back out of this race. Because these are sprint races. They're not like the 400 and 800 meter where you just roll your feet. You have to run hard and finish hard, you know? But why me see up because Saturday night, when me see she run that 100 meter there, and Sunday evening, me see she run that 200 meter. I say, no, sir. No, sir. Everybody have to go watch this over there. This is the person who broke the record instead of Elaine. Because she can run, she had a lot more left in her. Let me see her run that 200. Oh my God, she looks strong. See her?
But I think Elaine, when I do the most, I just think Elaine just wants to qualify.
Elaine is playing possum. But I think that she's playing possum because I heard her comments after the race. And the comments did not imply anything other than I didn't put my best up. I didn't that she's better than me. I mean, that's what I heard.
I don't think that. I just think she wanted to just qualify. She said she wanted to qualify.
Some people think that they wanted to give the championships to Sherika, like Bolt gave it to Rowan Blake.
Yeah.
You know, there's some kind of thing there. They just wanted to give her.
They want her to qualify, get her in. But the thing is that we'll see the showdown between all three of them in Oregon.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yes, and I want to be there to see it. But I also want to say then, Leo, did somebody tell Sherika the price them I go to market, she must hurry up.
That's funny. Reggae boy said, good evening, beautiful Leo. That does sound good. Garvan said,
just that. Call it just that.
Garvan said, why are you putting me on the spot tonight, Michelle? I think you get his spotlight.
Here she'll take you on the shoe, Garvan.
You're gonna get his spotlight, man, tonight. Paula said, everyone blooms at different times. MVP is doing a good job. Johnny said, talk about build up to a big reveal. Time will tell. I'm telling you, we're going to see what happened.
Well, you know, the other person that's out there that I saw around, his name is Seville, something under the Seville, like Jamaican boy. He looked like a Bolt. He looked like he won't take over Bolt because he has some strides there that look real. He only need a couple more, you know, training to get this going. It's going to be good, Seville.
Yeah, but aren't you also proud of Johan?
Yes, Johan Blake really turned up and did an excellent job. They need to watch him.
Yeah, they need to watch him. I think he always gets in his own head at championships.
Yes. Well,
yeah, so hopefully
himself.
Yeah, hopefully he keeps his head clear. Because he's good. He's one of the best. So
unless him figuratively shoot himself, like they say. Then he should do very well. But talking about the boys and the 100 meter and the 200, you remember some time ago there was a young boy in high school named Lee. I don't remember what Lee he was, but everybody expected him to be the next Bolt, and he was going to.
He was going to college here.
Did he go to college here?
No, usually if they put them in college and they run on this circuit, they usually burn up.
I haven't heard of him one bit.
Yeah, well, because a lot of them are doing well on the college circuit. Like
Jamaica made a decision some years ago, I think it was 2006, to start training their own.
Yeah.
And with that came Bolt and Shelley and Johan and all of these guys. Because they think that when they come to America, they burn them out.
They do.
And so we have a young lady, her name is Liston, who went to Heidel. And she ran against those two young ladies, the sisters, Tia and Tina.
Yeah.
And that was a big competition from they were like 13. And she has just accepted a scholarship.
LSU.
And I'm afraid that we are not going to see her performing again in the way that we are accustomed to see her perform. But let me tell you something. One little pick in the name Clayton. We're running them.
Oh man. Hopefully they test them properly this time. They broke the world record. And what
This high school girl going 10-9-6. That's unbelievable. That not happen in the high school nowhere in the world.
I know the sister run to, right? The older sister.
Yeah, man, but she ran 11 too. But I'm saying a high school girl running 10-9-6 not happen in a nowhere in the world. Nowhere. The high school.
So by the time she reached 21 and turned adult and around, she run 8.2.
But you know, Nesta Carter, he's training
Yes.
too, and a few of his athletes qualify.
Oh, nice. That's good.
He has
Yeah,
a
he
club.
It was
was
always
a
good to
one.
watch. He was really a good athlete.
Yeah.
And
He was a
very
beautiful
gentle person.
second legger. He was
a very
great
gentle person he was.
Yeah, man. And he doesn't make a lot of noise.
On the matter of persons, there is another matter that I wanted to raise, and if you know, not in the mood to continue a little bit, I wanted to wade in on the Roe versus Wade, the U.S. Supreme Court ruling on abortion. So in the news, it says, now this U.S. Supreme Court, the nation's most senior legal body, has overturned the rights accorded to women with the overturning of Roe versus Wade. And again, I'm taking my stories from England. So this piece is coming from BBC. And it says,
Hold on.
about Dennis, what was Roe Wade versus Wade about.
Dennis, where's Dennis? Dennis.
In 1969, a 25-year-old single woman, Norma McCorvey, using the pseudonym Jane Roe, challenged the criminal abortion laws in Texas. The state forbade abortion as unconstitutional, except in cases where the mother's life was in danger. Defending the anti-abortion law was Henry Wade, the district attorney for Dallas County. Hence, it became Roe versus Wade. As McGorvey was pregnant with her third child when she filed the case and claimed that she had been raped, but the case was rejected and she was forced to give birth. In 1973, her appeal made it to the Supreme Court, where her case was heard alongside that of a 20-year-old Georgia woman, Sandra Benzing. They argued that abortion laws in Texas and Georgia went against the U.S. Constitution because they infringed on a woman's right to privacy. By a vote of 7-2, the court justices ruled that governments lacked the power to prohibit abortions. They judged that a woman's right to terminate her pregnancy was protected by the U.S. Constitution. So things have changed. Clearly, the Supreme Court now say that they are banning abortions after 15 weeks.
We have to be careful of that.
Yes, the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of Mississippi's ban on abortions after 15 weeks. That's what it has done, you know. In so doing, it has effectively ended the constitutional right to an abortion for millions of U.S. women.
Okay, so we have to be very careful about that. Okay, this is a federal thing, which is why it is in the Constitution of the United States. And they did not ban it. They released it back to the state for them, the state, to make their decision. They did not ban it.
That is correct. They said the states will have to make that decision.
Yes.
So they have removed it now and left it to the states, where predominantly, including Texas, because I think Texas governor came out the next day and said that what they will have to do. Oh, I saw the data. They said that Texas has the highest incidences of any states in the US of rapes. In any given year, it has the highest rates of rape. And Texas has come out and said, the governor said that they will have to manage rape. They have to eliminate rape. As that is their solution. So they are not allowing abortions and they will manage rapes. They have the highest rape level. California don't have anything near them, and California have probably about 20 million more people than does Texas. But their solution is to manage rape. Everybody mouth shut. What?
No, but it is what it is. It's unfortunate, and this is why it's important to vote. And we knew this was coming. It shouldn't be a shock to anybody. They've been chipping away at this. We've known by the replacement of the various judges that this would eventually happen. But will it change in the future? We don't know. But it is what it is. I guess people have to be cautious and look at what states they're going to reside in. That has to be considered. And because some states, what they'll do, if you do travel to another state to do it, they're going to prosecute you under their laws. So you have to be careful about that.
So the only thing that I really hate about these things is that once they released it back to the state has law that precludes and will prosecute people for doing it. That part I don't get the prosecute.
But they have to, if you're breaking their law, you are breaking their law. So they have to prosecute you. You're breaking their law. They're gonna create their laws.
Yeah, those laws came into being as a result of the release of this Roe versus Wade back to the states. The laws could not have existed before. And so, boom, they put something in play to make it illegal and unlawful. And boy, it's so hard it's so hard to even think that a woman who was raped become pregnant, no have a choice.
Not only rape, but also in situations.
Women who and you need to read a comment that is there. But women who who are at risk, whose life is at risk, or whose child is at risk, and will put the woman's life at risk as well.
Wasn't the law already in play for if your life is at risk that they'll allow it?
They didn't put any restrictions.
Overturning, read what Joni says, Michelle.
Yeah, they don't have any restrictions on it. This overturn of Roe versus Wade as a constitutional law has very far-reaching implications, not just for the reproductive abortion, but women's health care through treatment for fibroids, endometriosis, ectopic pregnancy. Supreme Court has given the states the right to decide leaving all girls and women vulnerable. That is true. In regards to everything.
Think about it, fibroids, if you have an ectopic pregnancy, that is putting the woman's life at risk. Huh? And you are going to make a declaration to leave it up to the women fancy or of some individual, some more than likely a man in more instances than not, to make a decision about my well-being. So not the doctor. You are not even giving
change the view to we are on singular view on that.
No, we're not. Only you.
Okay, speaker. We're not on speaker view. We are not on.
No, the three of us are on.
Right. But
the thing is that, so it's just a matter of, which is very important for people, is that you have to look now into the states that you're going to reside, because some states allow it, some don't. And some people might say, oh, like they're offering, if you travel to other states, they're able to do it. But those states that you live in are going to prosecute you if they find out you're going to other states to get an abortion.
I mean, if you get an abortion in another state, just stay in another state and live there. I think that you're going to see a lot of mass movement, exodus from states to states right now, because as long as you can establish your residency in these states, you're fine. But the only thing is, it's so uncomfortable for the people who can't move. But I think that's what you're going to see right now. People are going to move from state to state. The young people who are the people who are going to be affected are going to be moving. And it's I don't know. I have not read the outtake from the court. I don't have a lot of opinion about it because I don't want to become emotional too much about it. But I definitely have some feelings about the whole topic. But I'd like to read more on it, and I didn't get a chance to do so.
Well, I have.
Well, you know what
not
I'm
read
always
as much as-
concerned about? You know what I'm always concerned about? How Jamaicans are involved in this Roe versus Wade.
Well, you have to understand that we're a
Section.
global people, and
Yeah, we are, but Jamaica, I think we should do Jamaica first because there's nothing on the books for people in Jamaica in regards to abortion. So instead of arguing, like we need to get our politicians to look at this matter and address it and get something on the books instead of focusing on the US and what the US is doing.
well,
Because
I'm
there's no
concerned
how
since
many
I start,
children
like so many others have family and friends and relatives who are in the US. I'm concerned.
No,
I'm
that's
concerned.
fine. That's
I'm
fine.
concerned about it.
Yeah, but that's fine. But I'm more concerned about Jamaica having nothing at all. Nothing at all on the books. So many teenage pregnancies.
Not all on the book. So if you need to get an abortion, you will get an abortion.
Where? No, it's illegal in Jamaica. That is why they're having a lot of unsafe.
I don't get what you're saying. If it's illegal in Jamaica, they have something on the books.
Meaning they have nothing to give it, like how they remove the rights here.
Gives the woman a right.
Nothing. Like if you want to have an abortion, you can be prosecuted in Jamaica for it. And we see a lot of teenage pregnancies.
The other party man saying when tear up the constitution and write it over. So when him write it over, him can put in that piece in there.
Yeah, that's what needs to be addressed because everybody's up in arms and I see politicians writing comments about this. And I'm like, you could make a difference in Jamaica. Talk about what's going on in Jamaica. I understand you don't have family and stuff. Focus on that in Jamaica. I would love to see something done.
What if they don't agree with what you're saying?
That much I know they don't agree.
Right. So
stop playing the hypocrisy game as if it matters. So stop playing that game. They don't care.
Right, but Michelle, you know, when to deprive me of my opportunity to comment, I am concerned.
No, go ahead. You're not a politician.
Woman, and I'm concerned for my family members who are female in the States that after 50 years, they no longer have a right to make a decision for themselves that is in their best interest, whether health related, social issues, whatever is the reason. I'm concerned. I am quite concerned too that the next thing that we should probably be wary of is the right for women to vote. So that's my...
No, I don't think that is coming next because Thomas Curran said the next thing that should be looked at
is interracial marriage.
I think.
No, he's not focusing on that because he's in an interracial marriage.
So what he says is next.
Gay rights. We need to.
I think the next thing that's going to come up is going to be gay rights and same-sex marriage. I think that's gonna be
that's what he said. That's the next thing that should be chipped out.
So let me ask you, how these things really add up to the price of flour? How it impacts the price of flour? You know what? That the Supreme Court is concerned. What about looking at the rights and the equalities of all races within the society and ensuring that everybody can make a decision? What about looking at issues that will save? You want to see how much people dead in Texas, in the heat, in the trailer 51?
We have all the time, every year.
How to put DACA or to make people have a process that they can become citizens. So 51 family member now.
Diana, I think you're overlooking something. The passion that some of these Christian extremists have, that plays a big role in what they call morality, and it's what they call morality that's playing with these laws. I mean, I don't remember who was in power. Who was in power in 1972? Yeah, it was Nixon. So that was a Democratic Supreme Court. Now we have a Republican Supreme Court, and many of the Republicans are extremists when it comes to
extreme Christians.
And so these moral issues are the things that they've been fighting for. Let me tell you this.
What is extreme?
Has never come out of the court since 1972. It's not that it just pop up. It's been fought every year from 1961 till now.
Who?
The Roe versus Wade.
Yeah. And that's why they keep putting their judges. They're putting their judges. And they know, like some of the senators that voted for them. I was like, oh, we didn't know. We didn't know. He
Yeah,
said he wouldn't have voted this way. They said it's precedent. We would have left it alone.
Of course,
And they all were shocked.
every major election in this country, this Roe versus Wade is on the forefront because it's still in court day to day, every day. And guess who has the money spending? The Christian people, the extreme Christians.
All right, let me read some comments. Comments are going out of hand, Whack.
Yeah, okay.
Sharon said each state will decide their own law. Reggae Boy 9 said Dexter Lee is the name Diana. Danielle Stoner said, hi, Leo, Dr. D and Michelle. Nice to see you all. Sharon said, I did not know that about Jamaica. Sharon said, these judges passing legislation on the uterus and not guns. On Facebook, Michael said, good night, folks. I guess I'll go overtime. Garvin said, good night, y'all. My phone said it won't sleep. Oh, no. Johnny said, this overturning of Roe v. Wade as a constitutional law has very far. Oh, I think I read that. Liam said, I remember that, Dr. Diana. Johnny said, they're currently trigger states, included in the 26 USA states, ready to prosecute anyone seeking solution to reproductive health care with preposterous idea that you will know at 6 weeks is utter nonsense. That is true. People don't really do. Paula said it leaves the door wide open for other rights to be infringed on. That is true. Johnny said, plus service and preventative care, including dispensing condoms, counseling will not be available. It further impacts medical practitioners, OBGYN, surgeon, ultrasound technologists, and technicians, etc. Sexual education in school will also be impacted. That is true. They might try to cut it out in Florida. Johnny said, right, Michelle, this is so annoying. We are the first to talk about national pride, yet we constantly behave as if we are an extension of the United States of America. Thank you. Johnny said, those senators are liars. You can comment.
Lorna, you passed Lorna Hamilton Blackwood.
Oh.
Excellent farming. She reaped some red peas the other day.
Yes, that one.
Happy about
Lorna, I did get your message. But me not fly. Me not fly.
He says, I'm not happy about the reversal of Roe versus Wade. At no time should abortion be used as birth control. People who are raped or victims of incest should be given the choice. What next? Voting rights, interracial marriage, gay rights?
Yeah, coming down the line. Johnny said those senators are liars, just like the 3 justices elevated under the Trump administration. That is true. We knew it was coming. We knew it was coming. We knew.
Well, it's quite unfortunate.
What a story.
It's quite unfortunate.
Unfortunate, though. Yeah.
But our lives have changed, and a lot of people losing job right now. Instantly. a lot of doctors have go to shut down them office and move and go work somewhere else, and or go change them profession into it's a lot of changes. It's a lot of money.
It is really unfortunate though, because you have a lot of instances where abortion is warranted, and the fact that you can't do it. That's why I say it's important to figure out the state you're gonna live, especially
when you're young, especially as a young person. Yeah.
You should. Paula said no separation of church and state, dangerous.
So we still have 10 minutes or so before we finish, and I want to remind us of some commitments that we made. We committed that we would, on a lighter note, folks, that we would wear barefoot pants, and people should take a picture of themselves in their barefoot pants, and they should share it and come prepared. So we're running our own festival around here.
I think Michelle wear barefoot over the weekend because I see her now.
I sent it. I sent a picture.
Right, but she never have no platform shoes.
Oh, no. Okay. Lorna said the fact that I will not do something because of my Christian or moral beliefs do not mean I should deprive others. If we live long enough, we will see the dead civil rights leaders stop crying.
Overturned civil rights, yes.
Yeah. Sharon said, yeah, because I think they're going after Brown Board of Education too.
Yes. So lots of things are at stake. And so I encourage those of you in the diaspora who don't come and look for no granny or no cousin them down here and know where the piece of land is before other people squat at it and so forth and Africa come back down here to live. When you come back, come look for we down here. Just
importantly, vote. Like vote. If you think you might qualify for citizenship, go apply. So you get your right to vote and vote.
Yes, all on up there, vote, become citizens. All the people them on them green card for how long, when you need to find a citizens training class, join it, go get on a citizen, pass the exam and get going. Agree.
Why do you think they can reverse the naturalization?
You know, so they try to put it and they try to say like if you're born here, like usually once you're born here, you automatically get citizenship. They were trying a lot. I mean, the last administration was a proposal to not let that happen.
No, well, what they wanted to do was, if there are some people who would, you know, pregnant mothers would fly into the country to have the child in this country. So
we call them anchor baby.
Yeah, and so I remember when Trump tried to stop that.
Yeah.
As soon as he came to office, yeah.
You never know in the future, it might. You never know.
I could resurface. All right.
Johnny says, I just accepted a new role in the health payer solution industry. And the first thing I did after hearing about the overturning of Roe versus Wade was to recheck the organization's policy. Jody, you buy a tour upon that.
I'll send your voucher. Please send it over. Your voucher to go to Oregon.
Huh?
I'll send you a voucher. Remember, I'm the Minister of Finance.
Them have vouchers given out that I can get to go Oregon.
What do you think? I thought it has to come on my desk before I approve.
No, you try to make me turn fool on Papi Show. I mean, I try to turn Papi Show. Me must go down there, go tell and say me want to go Oregon and beg 2 vouchers.
Let's bring it over. I'll even give you the passes to go to the event.
I want to go to Oregon. I had no idea it was right in the US. When we all knew this and nobody shared it, so we could. Is there anybody watching the show or anybody know anybody in Oregon who can just even take a little video clip and share it with us? Something like that, if nothing else.
Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for joining the show tonight. I am so happy. You want to know this? We never make no noise tonight. We never make. We just so loud.
That's money yard. And then tell him to be quiet.
I have to be like, you know, quiet, so that they don't kick me out. And then yeah. So I couldn't be myself tonight.
You're always yourself.
Yeah, the manners. VM Hesab says the same things happening in the US are happening in Canada. So it looks like it happened worldwide. Everybody gone mad. But going back to the lighter side of things, be reminded that you are to put on your barefoot pants. And we did say that preferably the pants should be in the colors of the flag, but we'll take jeans as well because Michelle, she started the trend. And please post it or send them to us so that we know. Also, somebody, and that person didn't come back, Michelle, who wanted the volunteer system.
Oh, yeah.
Internship program, but we will work on it if they do come back and reach out to us. It's 9:24. We usually do an hour, but we always try to push it a little bit to see if we can do 1.5 hours. I see Michelle rocking little Mr. H.
Yeah, he dropped a sleep already.
So let us make her go. Leo, thank you very much for joining. Guys, again, we apologize for last week, Saturday, but Leo forgot how to sign in and there was all kind of technical challenges. Michelle and I were waiting and, you know, just couldn't do anything about it. We will have
I'm a good guy anyway, guys, okay? And so, you know, the beautiful Leo is fine. So when you greet me, when you greet us, say beautiful Leo and the girls or the ladies, something like that.
For all you persons on YouTube.
And Leo, what the hell is that? Please stop it.
All right, Kerber, Leo, and Michelle and myself. Have a good night.
Good night, everyone.
Thanks for joining.